The topic of money may be very sensitive for a lot of individuals. Because of how divisive this subject may be, many people opt to completely avoid it and instead concentrate all of their attention on ways to raise their money and spend it. There are basically two categories of people: those who gain riches and those who lose it. I'll outline 10 financial blunders in this video that you really must avoid. The fact of the issue is that maintaining wealth is more harder than generating it. In this video, we are going to talk about 10 money mistakes you should avoid at all costs. So, before starting this video, please like this video, and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. Here are the 10 money mistakes you should avoid at all costs. So let's start. Number 10. Saving rather than investing. Money that is kept in a bank depreciates over time as a result of inflation. However, money expands when it is correctly invested. That's how easy it is. I indicated in error number 9 that it's a mistake to be afraid to take financial risks. People who store all of their money and let it depreciate over time are the ones who are afraid to take risks. Only enough money to cover your living needs and a cash emergency fund should be kept in a savings account. In other words, you shouldn't just save for the sake of saving. You need to save to invest. Without a solid plan, money saved will ultimately be squandered on unimportant items. For instance, if you put money in your bank, you might be tempted to buy a new automobile, some designer clothing, or go out to eat. Instead, you should invest that money to make it work for you. All of these opportunities, whether they come in the shape of stocks, real estate, rights, or startups, provide a method to generate a new source of income, and are much more financially rewarding than allowing your money to lose value while it is in the bank. Number 9. You don't diversify. If the market has a rapid and severe downturn, you run the risk of losing all you own in the blink of an eye if you do not diversify your investing portfolio. One approach to safeguard yourself from a market catastrophe is to diversify your investments. But you should also diversify the sources of income you depend on, in addition to your portfolio. With the development of the internet, earning money from a part-time job became considerably easier. You may access a huge selection of freelance job possibilities on the internet. All you have to do is pick the one that best utilizes your skills. Instead of pinning all of your hopes and aspirations on one source of income, use the time you have to hunt for employment that will pay you more and allow you to spread your money out over a longer period of time. Number 8. Not having emergency fund. Let's face it, life doesn't always go as planned. And sometimes you need money to get yourself out of a jam. For instance, your washer might break down. Your automobile might abruptly stop operating. Or you might lose your job. Since almost everything in life is expensive, it is crucial to have an emergency fund set up. Failure to do so would be a costly financial mistake. A 2019 Federal Reserve survey, sadly, revealed that roughly 40% of American adults wouldn't be able to meet a $400 emergency with cash, savings, or a credit card charge that they could rapidly pay off. In order to raise the $400, about 27% of those polled would have to borrow money or sell something, and an additional 12% would not be able to do it at all. Fortunately, you can avoid being one of these folks. These money can be easily saved. All you need to do is ask your employer to set up an automatic 10% withdrawal from your pay, which will divert a portion of your paycheck to an emergency savings account. How do you determine when you've saved enough, though? The majority of financial experts advise you to save up for 6 months' worth of costs. But if you want to be especially careful, 1 year's worth is a terrific target to make. Number 7. You spend more than your income. The temptation to do this, especially as a young adult, can be great. When you are earning a steady paycheck for the first time in your life soon after college, it can be tempting to spend your money. It may be tempting to buy that new automobile, move into a new home, or travel first class. But if your income is insufficient to pay for these expenses, you may find yourself living paycheck to paycheck. This issue might be related to lifestyle inflation, whereby an increase in salary will force you to increase your living costs. The majority of people believe that they should treat themselves to something nice once they get paid, even though an increase in income shouldn't cause you to raise your standard of living. Instead, you should use this stream of cash to make investments. and buy assets to extend your wealth. Number 6. Lending money. Having a positive outlook on life undoubtedly has its advantages. But there are a few drawbacks as well. Giving money to a needy family is a selfless act of generosity. But you must exercise utmost caution if you decide to do it. Don't overextend yourself by accepting too many tasks. Pay yourself first so that when you have more than enough for yourself, you can then give more to those who are in need. Number 5. Spending on drugs and cigarettes. While using drugs occasionally while in college might have seemed harmless at the time, continuing to do so could have a severe impact on both your health and your wallet. To estimate the number of persons who are unable to preserve their financial independence, figure out how much money people spend on drugs and cigarettes on a monthly or annual basis. The average price of a pack of cigarettes is $9.08. And many smokers consume a full pack in a single day. You'll pay $63 every week, or $3,305.12 a year. On the other hand, peer pressure and curiosity play a significant role in the start of drug use and smoking. Long-term effects of this behavior include negative effects on both your wealth and health. Do your best to avoid spending money on these things as a result. Number 4. Not investing wisely. Investments can be extremely difficult. And many people invest their money based on recommendations from friends, or a strong belief that the prices of well-known stocks will continue to rise. Real estate is one form of asset that almost everyone appears eager to invest in. Many people believe they are financially secure once they acquire an investment property. They believe that the rent payments will just begin to arrive each month, and that their revenue will soar. This is regrettably not always the case. Sometimes, tenants fail to make payments, appliances fail, or your property's value drops. There is risk involved with investing of any kind. Prior to investing their hard-earned money in a certain market or product, sensible investors know that knowledge is the key to making their assets generate a consistent stream of income. In other words, do your research and don't just choose a business because your friends are successful in it or a salesperson told you about all the wonderful advantages it has to offer. Number 3. Following get-rich-quick schemes. Fast-growing rich-you-quick schemes almost often end up costing you money. Your best bet is to adhere to a money strategy if you wish to throw yourself into financial difficulties. The aim of all get-money-fast scams, including Ponzi and pyramid schemes, is to enrich the scheme's creator by stealing the money that individuals have worked hard to earn. You should proceed with extreme caution if you're considering launching new business initiatives and you think the potential earnings will be significant but the risks will be low. Think about it this way: if it took less time to earn $200,000 over the course of a career, everyone would be doing it. However, a new business claims that it can be done in just 1 year. In conclusion, you should always be cautious before signing anything if you need money immediately. Number 2. Having just one source of income. The majority of people live their lives with only one source of income, which is typically a salary. Unfortunately, despite what many might think, jobs are not always secure. In reality, more than 21 million U.S. workers were laid off in 2018, which meant that if your job was your only source of income, your income abruptly stopped. You should picture yourself as a tree when it comes to your sources of revenue. Do trees produce fruit from a single branch only? Simple no is the response. They have several branches that produce fruits and flowers. And you also ought to. You should continue to create and pick up new skills so you can make your money work for you. This is a sensible and secure way to get some sleep at night. Number 1. Being scared to take financial risks. You must take risks to earn money. According to the proverb, no risk, no return. On the other hand, you should weigh the danger you must incur. Even while a savings account pays 0.09% interest, investing in an index fund, for example, carries a bigger risk than doing so. I think it's worthwhile to take a calculated risk in order to obtain a 7% yearly return by investing, for example, in an index fund that follows the trends of the entire stock market. This is it for today's video. What do you think of our list? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.